Oopsies. I pressed pause on that video because there was a phone call. It's Lydia, Priestess Honeymoon. So there was a video call coming in. I think it was my bank. I must owe money. I must be not paying my bills. But I'm waiting for a call from the mechanic because of my car issues. But I just found out like the engine will be replaced, so that's good. But I'm just like, oh my goddess. Maybe I'm late paying my credit card. Anyways, I had a C-section September 20th. I was getting into the story and got interrupted. So, yeah, I've had my things going on. I've had the C-section. I've had now healing from a C-section, right? Not being able to drive. And like, it's a huge freedom, right? Being able to drive, and my kids go to school like about 20 minutes from my place anyways, and just the pain of a C-section and a surrogacy, like, it's so funny. I just did not realize like the grief that I would experience from this, like the attachment. I was like, oh, I'm doing this so it's working on attachment, which it is. It's definitely made me like look at my own attachment issues and realize like where I have those, It's funny because, yeah, I guess like second children, right? I think are always gonna have maybe second and third and first. No child gets out of childhood unscathed, right? And just, yeah, the attachment issues. Like, I did this quiz and it was like I have an amazing relationship, and I had an amazing relationship with my mom. I have an amazing relationship with my dad, and feel like super connected, like securely attached there, But like, whatever led to these attachment issues in relationships, that the struggle is real. Like, I have a good relationship to myself too, I think. I feel pretty good about myself, but it is the work that I've done here, right? And maybe just haven't had that chance to work on in relationships. So yeah, I really was seeing like so many of my relationship stuff coming up. There's this really good influencer who does like videos pointing out like attachment and narcissistic and just unhealthy and toxic relationship traits. And I was like, like always like, rah, rah, this person, blaming the other. But then I was like, no, knowing I can only change myself, right? And then I needed to take the responsibility. So being like, wow, I did have like narcissistic things, but then realizing, no, actually it's like anxious or avoidant. I think it's anxious attachment. People pleasing and giving so much, like over giving, but I'm working on my boundaries, and I think it did come down to like loving myself more and knowing like the boundaries. Boundaries are a good thing. Oh no. Oh no, the cat's not happy. The dog's tail touched her. So yeah, I woke up on the 20th and like my water was like starting to break, and actually woke up and like thought I peed myself. I was like, oh, I didn't go to the washroom all night. Like, I must be peeing myself. So like I'm walking to the washroom, like, oh, run. I started peeing myself in bed. And then I was like, still like trickling as I'm going to the washroom. I'm like, oh my god, I can't like hold it in. That's so weird. And then like sat down and peed, but like it wasn't like an urgency, like I have to pee. So I was like, okay, like that's weird, but like not thinking anything yet. I can't remember if I thought anything then, but I like went back to bed and then it was like still trickling. I'm like, okay, like it doesn't even feel like pee coming out. Like what the heck? Is it my water breaking? And like, but it wasn't like a gushing. It was like a trickle. So it was like, okay. And like after a while, I was just like scared, getting scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, do I call the hospital? Should I go in? And I was like, yeah, like really not wanting to have any interventions used for this birth, really wanting my ecstatic birth journey to be able to birth this baby naturally and feel like the contractions like in this orgasmic pleasurable way, right? And but I did get that message like, no, you need to go, like just for peace of mind, or call, and the team leader, I guess, that was on shift was like, are you sleeping? Like, you sound like you're half asleep. And was like super rude to me. And I was just like, no, like, I'm stressed right now. I'm worried. Like, why that be, have a good bedside manner, nurse. And this whole journey, I think, was like ways for me to just let go of those, like, beliefs about people, like the doctor, the nurses, like, really pushing these things. It's like, and letting go of control. Like the C-section was such a huge fear of mine. And then he basically was like, yeah, you have no choice but to have a C-section, because like I was not even dilating and the water was breaking, and they were just like, we need to get him out in like 12 hours because the risk of infection's high and he's losing the fluid. And so yeah, and then I was just like, no, like really resisting. And then was like, just in a matter of seconds, like looked out the window at the hospital and just saw the trees changing colors at the top, and was like, it is fall. It's time to just let go and surrender and trust and know that however he gets here is how it's meant to be, right? And tried all day kind of to get things moving, and eventually I did get it moving to like contractions coming more regularly. And yeah, the baby's like heart rate was dropping, so he wasn't like handling them well. So I guess like after the C-section, they were like, oh, the placenta started to detach. And yeah, I just went in like super peaceful and calm, and just like was like, well, I'm gonna have my ecstatic C-section. And like part of this is actually just like the pain of that whole experience being cut open into and the healing, like putting that ecstaticness into my healing too, and my grief, like not realizing how much this would bring up past grief, and how much I love that baby and I was attached to that baby. He grew inside of me. Like he is my surrogate baby, right? And not learning how to be that surrogate mom, right? Not needing to. I mean, I had never done it. I love that when people were like, well, you've never done this, so you don't know what to expect, right? As much as we're like, it's gonna be like this, but if it's never happened, then we don't actually know. And until we go through that, like, we can say all of what we want to say of how we want it to be, but like, yeah, gotta go through it to really feel it and to know, like, Yeah, really focusing on my healing, doing some grief therapy, and just other therapies that I feel will be so beneficial to my healing and to like the conclusion of this journey. Like, it's been a big, huge part of my life. It was a year and a half from the time I signed up with them till delivery. So what a journey it was. And little healing vacay is in order. Last minute vacation. Yes, please. Yes, I need this for my healing.